YouTube. This is Tammy with Elevated Living Today, and I am back with a video. And in this video, I am going to show you one of my short exercises that I perform for yoga. And this is actually to piggyback off also on one of my previous videos. If you're wanting to get different results in your life, you're gonna have to be willing to do something different. Okay, so this is something that I have been drawn to and have been willing to do different is yoga. And for me, I'm gonna speak from a personal perspective because I am not a teacher, at least not yet. But it is something that I use to practice. It is part of my spiritual routine. What it does for me is it helps me to get in alignment with my higher self, with my creator, and also to get in alignment with the universe. Okay, and also it calms your mind, it relaxes you, so it's good for a person who has anxiety or that could suffer with also with depression. I use it for as well as flexibility and strengthening my body. And I've noticed I haven't really been lifting any weights. I do have some hand weights that I have, but I really haven't been lifting any weights, but doing this ever since June. It was the end of June last year during the pandemic that I started to incorporate yoga. So here I am, just to start out, we're gonna go down and take a place. It can be on your yoga mat or anywhere in your living room, on your carpet, on your linoleum, or in your bedroom, anywhere you wanna take a seat to start out with just a little simple, short meditation to calm your mind, calm your thoughts, bring your thoughts into the present right now. Forget about anything that you've had to deal with before now. Throughout the day, just calm and relax your mind and get prepared to do a little yoga. Okay? So now what we're going to do, you want to relax the muscles in your face and take deep breaths in and out. Make sure you have good posture. You want your body erect, but make sure you have good posture, not to the point to where you're tensing your shoulders, but make sure your shoulders are relaxed as well. And just continue to take those deep breaths in and out. And we're going to continue this soft, light, preferably meditation. If you would just turn sideways and come up the tabletop on your yoga mat or wherever you are trying this at, and you want to do the cat and cow where you would raise your back and look at your legs towards your hips. And go in for cow. Feel that stretch. Raise your back, and you want to keep up that breathing. Make sure you're breathing. You don't want to hold your breath. Do this a couple of times. You're going to loosen up your body. And get prepared for stretching. Do this as many times as you like. You get your body warmed up for your stretch, and you can even go from side to side. If you feel any tightness in your hips. Okay, listen to your body, be in tune with your body. That's what yoga is for, to get you in alignment with who you are. Okay. And once we have done enough of those, you're going to start and go ahead into the next pose, which you're going to curl your toes, go up into your plank, and stay nice and high. Okay, and then we're going to go down to like a soft push-up. And curl and come up to an upward facing dog or cobra. Bring your feet back and go to a downward facing dog. And from here you will pedal your feet and feel that stretch in the back of your legs, in the back of your calves, in the back of your hamstring. Go ahead and get that stretch. And you want to bring your shoulders or your head as close as you can to your thighs. And just pedal those legs. Okay, and we're going to go one more time into a plank. Hold that plank and then go down into your push-up and up to your upward facing dog or your cobra. Bring your toes, curl your toes back into a downward facing dog and pedal your feet once again. And make sure that you are breathing. And then we're going to do the three-legged dog. Raise the right leg and turn to the side to open your hip. And back around. Bring that leg in toward your face. Back up. And then bring it all the way to the front of the mat as far as you can. Hold your ankle with your right arm. And then take this left arm up to the sky. And look and breathe. And hold it there. And continue breathing. Bring it back down. Place both hands on the mat. We're going to take that right leg back and back to our plank. Down for another push-up. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog. Then you're going to turn that hip a little to the side, open up that hip, get that stretch in. Turn back forward. Bring that knee forward towards your forehead. Take that leg back up to the sky. Then bring it all the way to the front of your mat. Mat as far as you can. And hold your left heel with your left hand and take that right arm to the sky and open up that chest. Take a couple of breaths, bring that arm back down, put both hands on the mat, and you're gonna go back to your plank. And from here, take your knees to the mat, and we're going to go back for this one, our resting pose, which is your child pose. And you want this pose to be comfortable because this is your relaxing pose. To take a break for just a moment. Take a couple deep breaths. once you've had enough rest, you want to come back on all fours. And from here, we're going to do a pigeon pose. And we're going to stretch. This is where you stretch out your hips a little bit. So what I do is come up to a plank. And I'm going to start with the right leg. And you cross that right leg right under you. Keep that back leg stretched out. If you're not able to do that, you can bring it down like this. But you want to try and stay in this position as much as possible. Bring your body back. Stretch out those hips. And if you want more of a stretch, you can just go forward. And relax. Stretch out those hips. And relax into the stretch as much as possible. Try and hold your stretches for at least 60 seconds. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I don't have a timer, so I'm gonna guess that we're about 60 seconds. So you're gonna come back up, and to bring that leg out, you're gonna straighten out this straight leg again and lift it up, and bring that your right leg back into a plank. And of course, we have to do the other side. We want both hips to be stretched out evenly, so bring the left leg forward. Keep that right leg straightened back. You want to try to keep your hips squared and down to your pigeon pose. And I know I didn't do it on the other side. If you want to give yourself more of a challenge, you can bring this other foot up. And give yourself more of a stretch here. But remember to go back and do the other side. Okay, and from here, I'm gonna relax into the stretch. And a thing that is good to do while if you want to keep your mind in a good place, it's a good time to think of things that you are thankful for. Think of some things that you like to give thanks for good health, thankful for sound mind, thankful for a good life, and taking steps on personal development, spiritual development, to experience a more elevated living today. Okay, pushing my hip a little bit over to the right, try and get more of a stretch. And I believe that has been at least 60 seconds. Come up, and we're gonna raise that leg so that we can safely take this leg from under the body back to the plank. We're gonna do one more push-up, one more cobra, upward facing dog. Oh, a nice stretch in the back, and back to child pose. And after you do a hip opener or child pose, position should be a lot easier. Take a couple breaths here. And while we're here, We're gonna come back up. I'm gonna go ahead and do a stretch for the arms, and then we'll end our practice, okay? But I'm gonna do a little arm stretch. I like to because my shoulders get tight. So you're gonna raise your right arm up and thread it through this arm and just relax. Give your shoulder a little stretch here. That feels wonderful to me. Okay, and hopefully you have a timer. You feel like you've held it for a minute. I'm gonna unthread that arm, take it back up and back down to the mat. And then we're gonna do the other arm and thread it through to get a stretch in here. And just relax. Relaxing into the stretch, and so that it feels comfortable. Make it as comfortable as possible. And once you've reached feel like you've reached your 60 seconds or had enough of that stretch, come out of it. And we're gonna come back to tabletop. And then from tabletop, from here, we're gonna go ahead, turn to your side, and then bring your hand back. You're gonna make your way to your back to lay flat on your back. And this is your relaxing pose. You wanna relax. You lay on your back, put your heads down, your hands down by your side, and let your feet fall out and just relax. And you want to breathe. Take a couple deep breaths. And just relax for a moment. Keep that mind quiet. And relaxed. And at this point, you can stay in this position pretty much as long as you like, just to clear your mind, to just relax. Try to think of nothing at all. If you're gonna think, just think of things to be grateful for, things that you are very thankful for, and how good your day is going to go, how wonderful it's going to be, and how wonderful your life is becoming. Just relax and breathe. Okay, guys, and once you have reached the end of that relaxing stage, you can come back up to the position that you started in. And from there, in your practice, the same. And we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in all the goodness and let out all the negativity. Breathe in all of the goodness that you desire and let out all the negativity and the things that no longer serve you. One more time. Breathe in all the goodness that you desire and let out all the negativity that no longer serves you. And bring your hands up into the prayer pose and bring them down to your heart center. And thank you for attending yoga with me today. May God continue to bless you, and may you continue to be encouraged and to begin so that you can continue or begin to experience a more elevated living today. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Bye now.